Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome to Thursday. We've got a full house this morning, and we're loving it. Happy Thursday. Well, we've got SPP in the house.
He didn't have a microphone. He didn't have a microphone today.
Just yell really loud.
That's right.
Hey, he projects well, though.
He did.
I hope you heard SPP said ahoy. We also have Boss Man Matt.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, the glorious Greta.
Ahoy. I always want to say good morning. Ahoy. I had to think about it.
A little giggle first, and then we got him.
And the new guy, we'll call him John the Voice.
Ahoy and good morning,
Ahoy
Skipper.
to you,
Do
John.
we have to go back to John the Rookie since he hasn't been?
It's
Don't
been
you
a
dare.
while.
Don't you dare.
Don't you dare. He says.
I think what I heard was "Don't you dare."
Don't
I would
you
prefer.
dare.
I'd prefer John the Frozen at this point in time.
Exactly.
I didn't realize how much you did not care for the rookie until I renamed you.
You know, I was grateful. I was very grateful.
Well, you've had family obligations,
Yes.
and so you've been very busy the last couple of weeks, and we understand.
But it's good to be back.
Take care of those youngins.
I'm telling you, they're awesome. They're also a handful.
Yeah,
Also a handful.
Also a handful.
Throw that in there real quick.
believe me, I know. Patty and I had grandkids for Friday, Saturday, on 3/4 of Sunday.
Wow.
I'm still not caught up on my rest.
Yeah, that's
It's just the
How
reality.
old are your grandkids?
Well, these that I had were 7 months.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
That alone right
3
there
and
is
4.
enough said. Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
How
for you
did
guys.
they snooker you guys into pulling that gig?
I love it. I tell you, me and my 7 miles, we bonded.
Yeah,
Just sitting here looking at me. We're talking.
that's awesome.
And I just said, jump. And it just was the funniest thing that kid has ever heard in his life. Gut rolling laughter. So that was fun. It was fun. I miss him right now.
Tim?
He's probably missing Papa.
Tim the sympathetic. I like it. It's
I have a softer side.
yes.
We need to unveil something, don't we, Peter?
It was.
Or
up
did we were already
during the
It was
opening
already
credits,
going.
Well,
I
I
think.
can't see. I don't look around.
That's all right. But we can,
Should we
cut
say
to
what it is? I mean, I think we need to. We're going to call it Street Cam.
I,
Did you
sure.
see Street
We'll cut
Cam?
to it.
Everybody.
Street cam.
There we go. There's what beautiful outside Washington looks
it's
like
live.
right now.
That's
So you
live.
could walk by and make a little appearance
You
in the
could.
show.
And if you'll direct your attention to the bottom right-hand corner of that graphic, you'll see 12, wind chill -5.
Minus.
And someone said, oh, it's not even that cold.
It's not.
If there's
It's
a
12
minus
degrees.
anywhere on the screen, Tim, it's still cold. I'm just telling you, it's still freaking cold.
Says the guy who was out on the farm when it was way colder than that.
Yes, yes.
Anyway, I think SPP gets some aura points for the Street Cam.
That a boy. Nice.
How about that?
That was slick.
Me. I have my cheat sheet here.
Some
So that's
aura
very
points.
helpful.
Some aura points.
That's some aura points. The Southeast Iowa Video Network, we're sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you.
Thanks, Casey.
It's Casey and all the gang over at KCTC and the Morning Breath crew. The 5 of us this morning.
Right.
We are sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Willie.
Thanks, Willie.
And Jim says the Washington Lodge. Yes, I agree with the name, Jim. Absolutely.
That's what's across the street.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I feel like, though, we're in the Washington Lodge because of how cold it is outside is what I was going for. But,
What he was talking about was
Yes.
okay.
yes.
What you got? You got anything on your mind?
I have
Oh,
a question.
that's-
For, I have a question for John.
That's a dangerous question.
So we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but Ankeny and Southeast Polk Wrestling a couple weeks ago, the crowd got unruly, and they cleared the gym.
I saw that.
Yeah.
And so you, as a ref for basketball, not wrestling, and wrestling's a whole different breed of people.
Oh, wait, they still come to basketball
Yes.
games.
What would it take for you to clear a gym
To clear a gym?
of all the fans? Just
What
finish
would
the game.
somebody have
Wow.
to say to you to go, that's it?
But the thing is, it's not just if you're clearing a gym, it's clearly not just one person.
No,
I've never cleared a gym. I've never even, to be honest, I've almost cleared a student section once, like and removed that once because it's a lot of F-bombs,
Yeah.
There was one time where there was a student section where a kid was yelling to somebody like, "You need to just go," and I'm not going to say the K word, but you need to go off yourself, like multiple times, yelling, screaming at one of the. So we stopped, and like that person was gone. But it would take a lot to remove an entire. But like if someone's removing an entire gym full of people, there's something inherently been happening in that person's probably personal life that they're already pissed off. Honestly,
I was gonna say, I wonder
like
if he was,
there's like you're already coming in agitated, which I would love to tell you that every single ref ever just walks in like perfectly calm and there's never been any issues. And no, it's like so like imagine when you go to work and you're already annoyed. It's like the morning, you're having a rough morning, and then you're like all day and you've tied your knot at the end of the rope and you're hanging on to it all day at work.
Yep.
You leave that work. And you walk into a gym with several hundred people. You've now taxed the entire day like about your patience. Be nice people. And then it's always on that night that somebody just decides that they got a burr under their saddle and they're going to have a good time. But the thing is, to me, if you're clearing a whole gym, it means you didn't nip the problem in the bud before it escalated to there.
And I don't know all the details. Apparently, they gave a few warnings. They said, "Hey, if you don't knock this off, we're going to clear the gym." And then they did because they didn't knock it off.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, but it's never, this fire never just like starts with the entire gym. Like it always starts with like a pocket of like 2 or 3, like as a general rule. And again, I haven't seen this video, so I could be completely wrong, but it generally only starts with like a few here or there. And if you don't deal with that small brush fire, you then turn into an entire frontier blaze. Yes, exactly.
Seriously.
Too soon, Tim. Okay. All right.
Still burning.
Still on fire.
Still on fire.
They started a new one. Another one started.
Was it a certain side? Was it a certain team that?
Well, no. Well, so they cleared everybody.
Yeah.
They cleared all the fans because you can't really pick and choose, right? So you clear everybody. But so both sides say it's the other side, right?
Oh.
Sure.
So
there was one game where I was worried that something might happen between the fans. It was down at Central Lee and Holy Trinity years ago. And it was almost like we were in the middle of a battlefield. Yes, exactly. I absolved thee was exactly what I was trying to figure out. And there was literally insults being hurled, not at us. It was not being directed at us. It was like over our heads, fans towards other fans, back and forth. And it was like we were in a crossfire.
We
it
got
was
spirit. Yes, we do. We got spirit. How about you?
Yeah, no.
Not what was going on.
No, Grandpa Tim. That was not exactly what that was. It was not that nice. So it was an entire situation. So yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm just curious because I probably heard about that before, but it's been a long time. They cleared the whole freaking gym.
I forgot I heard that on the news. Yeah.
It's hard to believe that a wrestling match. Usually, number one, those officials do not care what you say.
Right.
I mean, a wrestling official. You guys hear a lot of stuff as a basketball official.
But the thing is, like, we don't usually either, unless there's a huge, like I said, a lot of F-bombs or like death threats or, something like that. Like, you just turn your ears off and you ignore them.
Generally speaking, though, especially for high school, the AD should take care of that, right?
That's what I would.
You'd think that, but a lot of them are either very busy or they just like. Not everybody loves confrontation,
right?
So
all right. Sorry, Tim.
That's all right.
Interrupted you.
Apologies.
Yes, Jim. We both know Stacy Spidell.
Yes, we do.
I don't know Stacy.
You don't. She works in our IT department at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Stacy. She's probably not watching, but
Is there any other allos?
Yeah. Jeff, Cindy, Denise, Jimmy, Julie, all checked in this
Ahoy
morning.
to you all.
Marcus Fedler.
Marcus Fiddler from the top rope.
Officials are softies.
Well, all right, Marcus. All right, sounds good.
when have I ever seen him comment?
I would like Marcus taking ahoy, Marcus, doing the John Cena from the top ropes this morning.
Way to jump in from.
And his name is John Cena.
Can't see me.
I can imagine how hard he's laughing right now. He's sitting behind his keyboard. So.
Anyway, John, just keep going because Matt and I have been doing a lot of talking the last few weeks, so I'm just
always, no matter if it's basketball, wrestling, baseball, softball, football, whatever else. My response to people who have never done it is to say, "Hey, I would love for you to go out there and do it for a game.
Right.
Tell me what you think about it. You might like it. Like that's okay. Like that's fine. But I wouldn't. I think that it should be a thing that every coach should have to ref, and every ref should have to coach." For like a game,
right?
And every fan should have to do both to try it out because it is not easy, like on any level. And I know Marcus is giving me a hard time. I like Marcus; we're friends. So
So you're going to get to experience a Hawkeye wrestling meet this week.
I am excited for that. I am pumped.
You won't.
Yes.
We're not going to get the stadium cleared there.
It's
No, that would cause a
That would
riot,
be bad.
unlike anything you've seen.
no, that would. I don't think that would end well, like at all.
not.
But I have been told, not just by you, but certainly by you guys, but also by many others, of the like Clay Eden and others like that, like the wrestling aficionados of Washington, if you will, of this environment. And I love a impassioned environment. My son, he wrestled for a couple years and he liked it, and then he just decided maybe it wasn't his thing after that. But the first time I ever walked into a wrestling meet, I was like, these are like, I like these people.
Yeah.
They're crazy. I'm like, because I would always get like the sting guy because I would like yell at like, sporting events and games and whatever else. And I just, if I go to a athletic event, I am not going to sit there like I'm sitting in the Library of Congress. Like I'm going to
here's what
actually yell and be vocal and participate.
Here's what I'll tell you about wrestling, and Tim can back me up on this. So when it's passionate, it's passionate. But if there's not much action going on, that whole stadium will be quiet.
It's as quiet.
It is as quiet as you'll ever hear
And then
it.
it erupts.
And then it erupts. And when there's stuff happening, the exciting, it'll go crazy. But when there's little action, I mean, at a basketball game, there's kind of a low roar all the time. But at a wrestling meet, when there's not much happening on the mat,
There's like nobody talking in the whole stadium.
yeah, exactly. It is quiet.
They're focused.
We
So-
keep our voices down.
Yeah.
It's like the last frontier of like the true gladiator arena. Like they're.
Yeah.
I just watched Gladiator 2 the other
it
day.
good?
It was pretty good. I went and rewatched Gladiator 1, and I was just thinking of that time where he's like 50,000 Romans, watching, waiting, every movement of your sword, that kind of thing. And that's how I picture this event. Now, I wish there's probably needs to be like a GoPro camera like with me because there's going to be a delayed reaction because I don't know what is going on exactly, like what entails scoring points. So everyone's going to go, yeah, and I'm going to be like, yeah.
So,
And then just go into it.
here's the number one rule you need to know.
Okay.
3.
3.
Yep. If you do that,
And
once they get.
you can't do it like this.
Nope, it's this.
It's this.
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 Okay.
Yep. And so when they get a takedown, it's
And
3
if
points.
you
Right.
turn your wrist a little bit, that's even
Yep.
cooler.
Everybody.
So a takedown.
Are
is
you
3
guys?
points.
Is this actually real? Or are you guys setting
No,
me
no,
up to
yeah,
get
yeah,
me
yeah.
fun? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
You two.
Who's
My
this guy?
grandkids do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For wrestling people, so if you want to pretend like you know what you're talking about, when
I
they get
actually
a
have an
takedown-
Iowa wrestling hat that Dave over coffee gave to me. It's like something like I actually have an Iowa wrestling hat, and I know that it's the blackout, so I make sure which I wear a lot of black anyway.
I didn't know that
so it's-
either.
It's that for Saturday. And then there's some goings-ons afterward, as from what I
Yeah,
understand.
we're gonna go the Polar Plunge, which is it's a fundraiser for the Hawkeye Wrestling Club, where a bunch of people, including people we know, are going to jump in a lake at the golf course,
Round here.
Round Deer, and they raise money.
Yeah, that water's going to be cold as
It's
shit.
supposed to be 33 degrees.
Yeah.
The water, at least, yes.
Well, it can't be any colder.
Well, they literally cut a hole in the
It's
ice
frozen.
so that you can jump in, right? So
If it's below 32, it's frozen.
Right, exactly.
So
Maybe it'll just be
Could I
extra.
just add some
Could it be?
salt to it to
Could it
make
be
it
extra
really-
frozen? Like, I think it could be extra frozen. That's possible.
33 is going to feel warm compared to today.
You guys are jumping in, or you're just going?
Oh my God, no!
I'm not jumping in. No, I'm gonna go.
John came in
see
here shivering.
Yeah, no, I will not. I'm not trying to trying to get hypothermia over here. No, absolutely
A lot
not.
of people do it.
Now, our mutual friend Mike was telling us the other day how now when he brings the sauna out there, he likes to sit in the sauna beforehand and get like super hot because then it almost like feels refreshing. Because he said before he just did it afterwards. He's like, and I was cold whenever I said, but if I did it before, he said it's fine. He said also it's not as bad when it's freezing cold outside as if it's like 35 or 40 degrees. Because if it's 40, 45 degrees, he said it makes it more miserable. And I'm like, that's an interesting thought. So
I couldn't imagine going from 100 and let's just say 120
right.
yeah.
to ice cold water.
Ice cold
Yeah,
water.
that seems like it would
That'd
hurt.
that'd only be
I
refreshing
thought that
for
was
a
like hard
second.
on your ticker, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I fell into, when I was like 13, I fell into the whitewater rafting in Colorado in like icy cold waters. And that, I had a wetsuit on, but even that, like, it was still cold. It was still cold.
Made Greta shiver, and she just hearing the story.
They have divers in the water there in case you.
I'll bet.
In case you go under.
I mean, I would imagine they do. And I'll bet those divers are equipped with all kinds of.
They have the DeWalt little heater things that you could put on.
Tim, as someone who is scuba certified, I know you're full of shit right now. So,
Scuba certified?
I am scuba certified.
God dang,
I am
I wanna
indeed.
be scuba certified.
I'm
Why
telling
are
you,
you
it's the
scuba
deal.
certified?
So so you can take
You never
you can
know.
take courses. You can take actual like some courses online, but then you have to go to somewhere and like actually do diving and certified. And I did mine in the Cayman Islands years ago.
Oh, okay.
Why,
Nice.
of course. Hey, Peter.
But of course,
What's the street cam look like? We do have it, don't we? Yep. Nobody walking by.
Yep. Same.
someone we got to get like someone coming by so they can be
we
like,
just wanna wave
you
at
remember like was it like the morning show or the Today Show where people would
Yeah.
like pound on the glass like,
Somebody can come stand in the front
And then
window.
that got to be a nuisance.
yeah,
All right. We need to take a break, though. So we'll be right back.
Fendler again.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Welcome back and ahoy to Thursday's edition of Morning Breath.
Yes.
We got a full house today, and this has been fun because that means I don't have much to do. So I'm going to continue that trend. Matt, what else you got?
Oh, we got a few things. Iowa women played last night. They won big.
They're on fire.
I heard they shot the ball well. Mm-hmm. And I also heard Lisa Bluter. She was interviewed and said, "Hey, everybody, just settle down."
Yeah. Yeah.
We had 4 seniors that we graduated last year. And,
Good seniors.
The best player in the world.
Yeah, right.
So just give these girls some time. They're young. They're going to be really good, and you wait till next year, she said.
Yeah.
They won by 24 points. They had a lead of 36 points at one point in time. 72% from the field, 69% from three.
Jeez.
That's
That
unbelievable.
That's wild.
Seems pretty solid.
That seems
Pretty
solid.
solid. Seems like a good day at the
Apparently
office.
they like that stadium. I
Yeah,
watched it.
Lucy Olson, who's been on kind of a slump, when she dropped 20 on 8 for 8 shooting, including 4 3-pointers.
Wow.
So she
Baller.
was on fire.
Meanwhile, on the opposite end of the spectrum, the men's basketball program is trash right now. Let's just go ahead and call it a spade a spade.
Yeah.
I watched the other night, and it's like, hey, unless they're shooting 69% from the three-point line, your rebounding is crap, your defense was even worse, and you lost to the worst team in the flipping Big Ten.
And you had,
like,
and you had
enough
2,500
already.
people there to watch
It's a
it.
disgrace.
Yeah,
like,
nobody there.
it's an absolute disgrace. Fired up.
How do you feel about this, John?
I think I just told you. Yes.
Okay.
So I listen to a lot of Hawkeye podcasts, and there's one guy in particular that he's a fan, total fan. He's not unbiased, but he's been a Fran defender for a long time. Since we've had good teams, we've had Garzas and Murrays, and we just haven't got over the hump. And even he's out now. He's like,
yeah.
Fran's got to go.
Yeah, he's got to go.
It's time.
Okay, I don't hear a lot of calls for him for his head here.
Because people are just like giving up and not even watching anymore. That because I don't even I accidentally literally rearranged the furniture in my living room the other night instead of watching the game. And then when I was done, I turned it on accidentally and it was like, oh, the Hawks are on. I guess I'll watch 2 minutes of this absolute travesty before I turn the channel to something else.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
That reminds me of you saying you rearranged the furniture. Of the guy that told CNN more people are watching reruns of SpongeBob than CNN.
That was so funny. Some guy was talking the other day. I
watched that happen.
I dropped it and told Tim, I was like, you got to see this. I'm like, this is hilarious. This guy was just, he was
actually
just
said that.
Jim Acosta, whatever that
Jim
clown's
Acosta.
name. Yeah, and he was just typical, just overblowing everything. Oh, this is what's happening. And then this congressman or whatever, I forget if it was a senator or congressman, looked at him and goes, Jim, he said, he's like, this is the reason why more people are watching reruns of SpongeBob SquarePants than you're programming right now. I was dying laughing.
So funny.
This is
Just
great.
so funny.
This is great.
Oh boy, how'd we get there? All right.
Yeah. Changing subject. Well,
Anything else
also
over
Iowa
there?
State women beat BYU 82-59. Audie Crooks had 24 points.
Well, they were on a little kind of
she's-
losing streak.
Yeah, they were too. Audie Crooks is a beast.
Beast.
You gonna talk about weather, or you gonna talk about a new trend?
New trend.
Oh dear Lord.
Elegant doilies, half-burned candlesticks, and vintage ceramic platters full of homemade baked good fill Madison Vaughn's Kentucky cottage. She's 31 and is known as the Grandma Cottage on TikTok. She boasts 65,000 followers. Anyway, apparently it's a new trend that a lot of
Did you
millennial
use
and
the
Gen
word
Z
doily?
I did.
Okay.
I said it out loud. I have it
I
written
wanted
on
to make
paper,
sure.
and I said
I just
it.
wanted to make sure.
You know what those are.
I do know
Okay,
what
I was going
those
to say.
are.
Doily.
But apparently, millennial and Gen Z women have now found solace in the granny hobbies like knitting, crocheting, baking, and gardening.
Hey, all kidding aside, I did see like a meme or something the other day. It says like, dear old people, I apologize. You were right. Getting up early, going to bed early, reading a book, like take it like it's actually like it's nice. It's a good
it's
thing.
nice.
Like who knew? Who knew?
I don't know if I'm into doilies, but
Well,
Yeah.
doilies,
Or gardening.
crocheting, knitting,
or
baking.
that. Baking?
Well, I know, but you just like have a plate of fresh baked cookies all the time in your house.
No, I need them.
That's kind of the point.
Boy.
You know what I did last night? I didn't know what to make for supper. Patty was doing something late. I thought I'll just make some supper. I just typed something in. I think I got some AI thing, and I said, "What do I have for supper?" And it gave a whole list of stuff that I didn't want to make. And so I responded and I said, "No, it's just my wife and I need something simpler."
And they give you like a 12-course meal the
Then
first time.
I think it was stuff like, I don't know,
And then they give you
No.
links to buy a gift certificate to a restaurant.
nothing like that. And then it gave me like 3 or 4 things, and one of those was a quesadilla. Which you think, okay, why wouldn't you think a quesadilla? Because you don't.
You don't.
Because I didn't. And when I saw that, I thought, hell, I can make a quesadilla.
Yeah.
Because I
I've
had
seen-
the tortillas and
I've seen people use like ChatGPT AI, and they put in like, have $100 budget, make me a grocery list for 2 people.
Really?
Yeah, and it does it,
wow.
or close to.
I think I've heard about too. You can say, "Here's the ingredients I have. What can I make
yes,
with this?
yeah. Which I'm like,
I have
geez.
this in my pantry. What can I do with it?"
I know
Chat-
this. It's like a big argument all
Yeah.
the time. What's for dinner? Mom, Dad, what's for dinner? Hell, I don't know. I'm getting tired of. Don't you like
ChatGPT 's a
hamburger
wizard.
helper anymore?
ChatGPT is fun. I had the 2 guys that I ref with. We're actually considering starting a riffing podcast, just for fun. And I had ChatGPT draw me up like an entire outline for like multiple
Yeah.
episodes.
Yep.
So we're considering doing this. We're just trying to decide how fast we want to go to jail or not. Is the whole thing. But one of
I
the
think jail. You'd have to do something pretty bad.
I mean, you never know in these days, but it's but yeah, no, there was one and it broke it all down
I'll be an investor.
by like, so look at like this whole like by segments. Here's all these different episode ideas and different things. Like we were just cruising down the road. It's really fun. And one of the things we started just doing amongst ourselves is like one of us will just come up with like a random happenstance in the game. Like, hey, this happens. What's the call? And there are wild scenarios that you would never even like really think of. Like, okay, well, whose ball is it? Or how does this happen? Or whatever. And if you know the rule book, or if you should know the rule book, you should know the answer. But if you don't, then it's fine. And so it's a way to challenge ourselves. So it's kind of fun. We just thought about putting mics in front of our faces and doing it. And
Yep.
probably with his.
Do a live broadcast while you're doing
No,
it.
I don't. That's probably a little too dangerous. But hey, we actually, because now with Huddle, we actually thought about. We didn't want to make sure it didn't break any like recording laws, but we thought about how everybody wears those mics and
Mic'd up,
stuff like that. We thought about doing that for a game. And then going back and critiquing ourselves, like, okay, here's what we should have been saying here. Here's what we should have been doing. Here's how we could have been more vocal. Like we keep there's a little red book. If you ever watch a game, we keep a little red book at the table, the scores table, and in between quarters or like a full long timeout or whatever, I'll go over there or somebody will go over there and we'll write in the book the timestamp and the call that was made. If we were like, hey, I'm not sure if we got that one right. I'm not sure if we need to look at this again, like later on tape. And then we go back that night or the next day and sit down as a crew and we watch it and determine did we or did we not make the right decision. So we're always trying to get better.
Is that just you guys or all refs?
We've seen like NBA refs and other Division I refs do that. I certainly haven't seen many guys doing it around here. So despite Marcus's continued accusations in the chat, we actually do try to be attorney officials. So it's okay. He's got 3, so there's one left. So he's got one more shot, I'm sure, to take at me here before the day's over with.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, 7:41. We better take a break because Lord knows we need to get set for the day.
Have to.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to our Thursday's edition of Full House.
Full House.
Everywhere you look. No,
Nice.
you teed it up, but that's the theme song.
Full House, morning breath.
Okay.
We need to get set for the day. I've been waiting for this
Let's get set for the day.
because nobody noticed. I'm in my normal apparel today.
Yeah, you didn't wear flip-flops today.
No flip-flops.
You wore flip-flops?
No work clothes.
Yesterday?
I wore my regular work clothes. Long story, Greg.
Let's get set for the day. Time 7:44 a.m. It is the 23rd day of January. This is episode 236. Temperature right now in Fairfield and Washington is 12, and Mount Pleasant is a balmy 13.
My friend Kathy's birthday is today.
Happy
birthday, Kathy.
Mix of sun and clouds, and it's really cold tonight. So if you think it's cold this morning, it's going to be even worse tonight.
By the way, ahoy, Kelsey.
High of 16 and a low of -1.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Squirrel. Today's headlines from the SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield police officer becomes certified taser instructor. It's not enough just to know how to use it. You gotta be an instructor.
This is kind of point and shoot, isn't it?
I don't know. I suppose.
I simplified.
There's an episode idea.
Point and shoot.
Live on air. Tim getting tased.
Scammers continue to target Mount Pleasant and Henry County residents. And Highlands bond issue passage upheld. Tim, whoever you are.
Tom.
Derailed again.
Tim just got
Skipper.
tased over there. Sports tonight. Fairfield Bowling will travel to Mount Pleasant. Fairfield and Mount Pleasant also square up in a boy-girl wrestling meet tonight in Mount Pleasant. And the Washington boys and girls wrestling teams travel to Burlington for a duel. This day in history, on this day in 1986, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland inducted its first class, which included Chuck Berry, Fats Domino, and Elvis Presley.
Found my thrill.
So I guess I had no idea when the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame started, but it seems like it would have started before 1986.
I've never heard of Fats Domino.
He does.
I just sang for it.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah. Yeah. And I get it. Chubby Checker was the other one. He did the twist something.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, let's do the
Let's
twist.
do the twist.
That is not Fats Domino, though. That is Chubby Checker.
Thank you.
What else do you want me to do? Chuck Berry.
Some Elvis for us.
Goodness gracious. Great.
All right. Somebody can pick random joke, random quote, or random fact.
John can pick. He hasn't been here in a minute.
3 songs from 3 different artists.
Random fact.
Random fact. There is a wine fountain in Italy that dispenses free wine 24/7 in a public space.
Well, see ya.
Yep.
That's cool, but also kind of gross.
You and Matt.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want just an open fountain out in public that
Everyone, yeah.
What do they
You
do
have water
with, What do
fountains.
they do with the stuff that
you don't drink out of that.
I mean, in a
I'm
way, you
picturing
might.
it like open, like a big open wine, and it's
Like with a ladle, like just to go over there.
that's
No.
what I'm picturing it.
Yeah. Or just pull your glass
No.
under the fountain.
Yeah,
It's
you
circular.
got the YMCA. You take your water bottle up, you push it in, it dispenses.
But that's not like
I
out
feel like
in
that's
the-
different.
That is different.
It seems like we need to do a little more research
Yeah,
and
we need
get
a
some
picture
picture
or
evidence of what
something.
this is.
So I picture this not as a fountain like a water
I don't
fountain. I see
either.
where you're going. I picture it as like the fountain in the city square. That's
Same. That's how I'm picturing
Oh,
it.
no.
So it's like someone like jumping into said wine fountain,
Yeah,
which
right.
would only give it a little
Throwing
more,
stuff in there.
just give it a little more texture or whatever.
I'm picturing like the old fountain that you drink out of. Push the button, you get a drink.
yeah. all
The
right,
one
I'll
that
give
somehow
you
we
that.
all put our mouth on, like when we were growing up, and we yet all still lived and survived, and here we are. That one,
Exactly.
okay.
All right, new thing. Stole this from Jeff, who I think got it from Dan Patrick's show. We'll have to see. I think Dan Patrick's show used to do, what did we learn today? So what did we learn in today's show?
I learned that. No.
3.
3. Is it?
come on.
No,
I had to think
not
about it.
this.
Jeez, crap.
This.
What?
Yes, it's not this. It's this.
Am I doing it right? 3. Is it takedown?
3 is a takedown.
I'm gonna get up there and go like this and be like, "You guys told me to do this."
You might get
Please, dear God, don't make me learn your name.
you might get run out of
I
this.
will not. I will claim to never know who you are.
Oh boy.
You run on the field like that, on the mats. What'd you learn, Matt? You're Matt. You're John.
You're Tom.
We're losing it.
Well, Gene, what I learned today was I learned that county supervisors are aggressive in the chat and apparently have nothing better to do between 7:15 and 7:45 in the morning.
Yes, indeed. Any big takeaway for you, Peter? Because you've been very vocal today.
Yes, I've been quite loud today, but I learned that we could get an outdoor camera to work today. So
Yep.
That was a very big thing.
That was cool.
That was cool.
Very cool.
Job.
Can't wait.
SPP.
Summertime, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Can we get a motor on it so we can turn it? Yes, we can. Just say yes.
Yes, we can.
Cough it up, Tom.
What I learned is I still need my crib sheet to be cool, and so I could give you aura points for the street cam.
Right.
Is crib sheet a word?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It's a cheat sheet.
Oh, so I don't remember that one.
You kids.
So you just learned something else.
Yeah, I got two.
All the hip language over here.
What do you got, boss man, Matt?
Well, I learned that apparently I was thinking the wrong kind of wine fountain because I was thinking it was just the one out in the middle of the street. But if I don't know, maybe if it's like a water fountain,
Go
I'd
to
drink
Italy.
out of it.
Bring your ladles. It's gonna be great.
Bring your ladle.
Next show in Italy.
I know that I did. I know I didn't have to learn this today, but I know that I wouldn't drink out of an open public
Unless you're
wine
others.
fountain.
There's worse things you can put in your gullet.
I suppose.
But have you ever swam in a public swimming pool?
Okay, fair point. Yes.
I mean,
those kids don't go to the bathroom in there.
the adults do.
That's why when you jump in and it's all full of chlorine, you don't mind so much because it's killing all the stuff.
Why is it so warm? All right. We have to go. It's 7:50. I have to go. I think you guys should stay here all day. But I got to go. So we hope you enjoyed today's show. Thanks so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. How about that?
That works.
That might be the first time you've actually said it right in the entire 100 and something
stop
episodes.
now.
200 and whatever, 36.
I'm going to stop now because I want to say, wow, we're on Spotify,
Yes.
Facebook, and YouTube.
Yes.
Got it.
Got it.
Nailed it.
Gosh, it just rolls right off my tongue.
We're only 2 weeks away from a full year.
That's crazy.
Party. I think the party's in.
Look out. We talk about cams. We're going to have them everywhere. Thanks for everybody again for joining. We'll be. Hope you have a great Thursday and come back tomorrow. See who's here because I don't know who'll be here.